Hello, good morning students. Once again I welcome all of you to online lecture sessions 2020. Last time we have completed our first lesson, Introduction to Computer. Today we are starting another lecture. Okay, we are starting lecture number 2, Operating Systems. As you must have seen your computer, laptop, it has a particular operating system. Now first, let's understand what is called as operating system. As you can see here in the pictures, there are variety of operating systems. Windows 8, Linux is there, Ubuntu is there, Fedora is there, Mac OS is there, okay, which is used for the Apple laptops, okay, MacBooks, and Android is there, which we use for the mobile phones. So, do you know what is actually mean by operating system is? The computer performs the arithmetic functions like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division accurately. But how are all these functions performed? Is there a program or set of instructions which help in performing these functions? The program which helps the computer to perform these operations is called an operating system. An operating system is a set of instructions which controls the data. So today we are going to see what is called as operating system and what are the functions of operating systems. So you must have understood operating system is nothing but a software which makes a computer or a laptop system to work or a to run. Okay, so here we know Windows very well, which is very familiar with all of us. Okay, so let's understand the functions of operating system. The first function of any operating system is to get the information as input, to get the information as input. Okay, second, to display the result as output. Now input means what? Whenever we write anything, we can write essays, we can make PowerPoint presentations, so all that is input, correct? And whatever we have written, we want printout of the same, then it is called as output. Okay, for that output we are going to use printer. So to display the result as a output, so we use printer. Okay, next one, to manage and control all the parts of computer. With the help of operating system, we can manage and control all the parts of computer. Like we can set our battery performance according to our choice. Okay, we can save the battery, and there are various other things which can be controlled with the help of operating system. Even suppose you want to decrease the volume or increase the brightness, that can be done with the help of operating system. Last work, which is very important, that also will see what is operating system, or what is the function of operating system, or why operating system is important. To get the work done by following the instructions given by the users. When we are using a computer system and whenever we type anything, means what we are doing, we are giving an instruction to the computer. Okay, so that work will be done by the computer system. And how it will be done by the computer system? It will be done by the computer system with the help of operating system, correct? So let's see other things as well. Students, you might find these things little bit difficult because these things are new for us. So first, check what is called as interface. In this picture you can see there is a person and there is a computer system. One laptop is there. Okay, so interface is communication between a user and a computer. Using input and output devices is called an interface. Okay, so there are two types of interfaces. Like we have already discussed. Suppose this person is thinking something. After that, he just press some of the keys on the keyboard, and whatever words will appear, and we want to take print out of those words, that is going to be output. Correct? So interface has two types. One is CUI, another one is GUI. So now let's understand what is this CUI and what is this GUI. You can see here CUI means character user interface, means we can control our computer system by two ways. First one is CUI, character user interface. You can see here they have written something which we can't understand easily. This is called as coding. Okay, like grammar has its own rules and formulas, like that only here when we have to give some commands to the computer system, we have to write something and then the computer is going to work accordingly. So such commanding is called as character user interface. Okay, it uses text or commands typed through the keyboard to help the user communicate with the computer. In CUI, we have to remember the commands and the grammar of these commands thoroughly. Like we know that there is a operating system which is called as DOS, disk operating system. Okay, so when we give commands to the computer and we make the computer system to work, so it is called as character user interface. Okay, so such interface is called as character user interface. I hope you are getting it very clearly. Now check next one, which is GUI, another type of interface, which is graphic user interface. In graphic user interface, what happens? Okay, like you can see here, these are some of the symbols are there. Okay, icons are there. When we just click on those icons, a particular activity takes place. Okay, or particular program starts running. Okay, so like suppose I have to open music player, I'm going to press icon of the music player or Windows multimedia player, then like here that multimedia player is. Okay, so it is going to start, it will work. So have you understood the difference between two? In graphic user interface, it uses graphic objects to help the user interact with the computer. These objects will be used, whatever objects you can see here. Correct? And they and in the Windows operating system, commands are given by clicking on small pictures. You can see here small pictures icons are there. These icons will be used for that particular activity. We have to just click it twice and it will get open or it will start working. In GUI, there is no need to remember the commands as they are graphic based. Example, Windows and Linux. In Windows and Linux system, we use these particular symbols or icons. Here we need not to remember any formula or any coding. Okay, since all the icons are present there only. Now let's understand the types of operating system. First system or the operating system which is not familiar with all of us. We have not seen this particular operating system. This operating system is not that familiar with all of us. This operating system was developed by Linus Torvalds. Okay, later on changes were made by many programmers. This is one of the safest operating system, and that's why in important offices they use Linux operating system. Next one one which is bit familiar with all of us. We know that this is Windows operating system. At home, you must be having a desktop computer or laptop. So just open it just on the laptop or your computer and you'll get the screen. Like there are various icons are there. Okay, so this is bit familiar with all of us. And this operating system is developed by an American company, Microsoft, which is one of the very popular company. In this operating system you can see a screen with pictures or symbols. Each program like WordPad, Paint is there. You know that you must have used Paint, WordPad, so it makes everything very easy. Like we can draw pictures, okay, and we can type our poems, we can write stories. Everything can be done on the system itself. It runs in a separate rectangular area on the screen called a window, hence the name Windows. Like you can see, it has some of the separate taskbars or windows are there. That's why this operating system is called as Windows operating system, correct? I hope you are getting all these things. Now let's check what is called as booting. Do you know booting means what? You must have seen this screen when, like whenever we turn on the computer system, okay, while starting it starts some processes, okay, so we can see that blue light is just passing here and there, you can see here, okay, so this is called as booting. So booting can happen two times: when we are starting computer and when we are restarting computer. At the at both times this window can be seen. It is called as booting. You cannot start working on a computer immediately after switching on the computer, as the program stored in the ROM checks the basic input and output devices and then loads the operating system. This sequence of operation is called as booting. When the computer is booting, you can see some numbers and words scrolling up on the monitor. So it is called as booting, to get start or to start once again. So that process is called as booting. So this booting has also got two types. One is warm boot and second one is cold boot. Now what does it mean by warm boot and cold boot? In warm booting, a warm boot means restarting a computer that is already on. Like suppose now we are watching something and we have downloaded a software and we are going to install it. Once we install it, that computer is going to ask for restarting the system so that it will start working properly. Okay, so we are going to press on the restart menu. Okay, so it is going to restart once again. So such booting is called as warm booting. And what does it mean by cold boot? A cold boot means starting a computer that is already off. Like you took out your laptop, okay, or maybe you sat in front of your computer system which is off, okay, and you are just going to press the on keys and it is going to start, and that starting process will be called as cold boot, correct? Like here warm boot, when it happens, it normally happens after installing a new software or hardware, or after an application crashes or stops working. Okay, whenever we install software or something new hardware, like you have brought mic and you are going to complete the setup of mic, that time it is going to restart. So that is warm booting. And cold boot, it happens when we turn on computer that has been completely powered off. Whenever we turn on our computer system, okay, So that is cold booting, correct? So I hope you have understood the difference between warm boot and cold boot. Now students, what you have to do, you have to complete homework which is on page number 21 and 22. Only 5 question answers you have to write. Question number 1 to 5. Okay. So today we have completed some of the part of operating system. I have not taken much part because some of the concept cannot be understood very easily. Okay. So today we have completed introduction to operating system and interface and the types of booting, correct? So thank you so much for listening so patiently. Thank you so much students.